Hey, it's Ryan from McCarthyMusicSchool.com, and today I'm going to do an easy piano tutorial on the song Yet Not I, But Through Christ in Me. I'm going to show you how to play all the chords in the song and show you some tips and tricks on how to make it sound musical. So let's take a look. If you want to download the chord chart that I'm using for this video, I have made that available completely for free at McCarthyMusicSchool.com/yetnotai. There's a link for that in the description as well. So go there, download it for free, and you can use that to play along with this video as we look at these chords. This song is in the key of C major, and there are 5 main chords that it uses: C, F, G, A minor, and D minor. So let's just take a look. Let's start at the intro, and we'll start working our way through it. As we can see, the first chord in the intro is a C major chord, a C chord. And if you play a C chord in root position, you play it with C on the bottom, E in the middle, and G up on top. But I find with this particular song, I like the way it sounds better if I start it actually down here in what we call second inversion, with G on the bottom, C in the middle, and E up on top, just like that. And with my left hand, I'm just going to play a C note, just the root note of the chord, as a bass note. Then it goes to an F/A chord. And what that means is we're going to play an F chord in the right hand. And to get to the F chord from that C major chord, what we're going to do is move the thumb up to A. We're going to keep the C exactly where it is, and then move the E note up to F, just like that. There's our F chord. We started with the C chord in second inversion, and here's this F chord, which is in first inversion. And in the left hand, what we're going to do is instead of playing an F as the bass note, we're going to play A as the bass note. And that's what it means when it says F/A. You play an F chord in the right hand and an A in the bass. Next, we have C/G, so we're going to go back to that C chord we had at the beginning and play a G in the bass. And now we go back to F/A. Right hand play F, left hand play A, just like that. So here's that whole intro. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we go to F/A. We go to C/G, 3, 4, and now F/A. Now let's go into verse 1. What gift of grace. So now here's C again, just like the beginning of the intro. Is Jesus my Redeemer? And now here's an F chord, so we're going to play the same F chord in the right hand as we played earlier, but this time we're going to play an F bass note. There is no more C chord for heaven now. Okay, here's A minor, A, C, and E. And I'm going to play an A in the bass. Heaven now to give. Okay, here's a G major chord. So to get from the A minor to the G chord, all you have to do is move all of the notes down one white key. So we have A minor, A, C, and E, and we just move it down to G, B, and D. Heaven now to give. And back to the C. He is my joy, my righteousness and freedom. Here's the F. My steadfast love. Now, C over G, this is like what we had at the intro, C/G, with a G in the bass. My deep, back to G, and boundless peace. Okay, here's a C sus going to a C. And what you do is, when you play a C chord, to make it a C sus, you just move the E up to F. So C sus has G, C, and F. And then to go to the C, you just move the F down to C. So there's only one note different there. C sus, down to C, just like that. And if you are not as familiar with how to make chords and how to play chords on piano as you'd like to be, you'd like to learn more about that and how chords are structured and the difference between a major chord and a minor chord or a sus chord, I have a free PDF that explains all of that with full color illustrations. It's called the Quick Start Chord Guide, and you can find that for free at McCarthyMusicSchool.com/guide. It's a free download, and it explains all about how to build these chords. There's 5 different types of chords it talks about. It's the 5 most common types of chords that you'll find in music today. So definitely download that and check that out. That'll help you out. All right, now we're going to the first chorus, starting with an F chord. To this I hold, my hope is only Jesus. So now we have C/G. for my life is wholly bound to his. Okay, now we have a G sus chord. G, C, and D. And then to go to the G, we just move that C down to the B. To his, G sus, and now G. Oh, how strange. Okay, here we go. We have something kind of different coming up here. For this next section, what I like to do is instead of playing the C and the bass up here, I'm going to play the C down here, down an octave. Because if you'll notice, it's actually going to just walk up the piano from C to D to E to F to G. That's what the bass is going to do. So if you situate your hand where your pinky, your 5 finger is on C, and then you just walk up the keyboard like this, that's all you have to do for these next several chords. So let's take a look. Oh, how strange and divine. Okay, here's a D minor. To get to the D minor, you just move all the notes from the C chord up a note. So now we have A, D, and F in the right hand, and a D in the bass, D minor. I can sing. So now we're going to play that C chord again in the right hand like we've been doing, but this time with an E in the bass. All is mine. Here's that F chord again. Yet not I, C/G, but through Christ. And there's the G in me. Let's go back one more time to Oh, how strange. Here we go. Oh, how strange and divine. I can sing. All is mine, yet not I, but through Christ in me. And now we have just the same chords as the intro, down to the C/G, and back to the F/A. And that's really most of the song right there. The chords repeat for the subsequent verses and choruses. So let me play through that and you can get a sense of kind of how this song goes after this. Let's go to verse 2. The night is dark, C major, but I am not forsaken. There's the F, but for by my side, the Savior, he will stay. I labor on in weakness and rejoicing, for in my need, C/G, his power is displayed. Here's that C sus to the C chord. To this I hold, my shepherd will defend me. Through the deepest valley he will lead. Oh, the night has been won, and I shall overcome, yet not I, but through Christ in me. And here's that little interlude again that's just using the same chords as the intro. And I'm just pulsing those chords with the right hand. Now for verse 3, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to rock the chords back and forth. I'm going to play the top 2 notes in the right hand, then my thumb in the right hand, back and forth. You'll see what I'm going to do. Let's try this. No fate I dread. I'm just going to rock it just like this. I know I am forgiven. Just gives it a little different sound. The future sure, the price it has been paid. For Jesus bled and suffered for my pardon, and he was raised to overthrow the grave. So I'm just playing the top 2 notes in my right hand and then the bottom note with my thumb in my right hand. Just rocking back and forth like that. To this I hold, my sin has been defeated. Jesus now and ever is my plea. Oh, the chains are released, I can sing, I am free, yet not I, but through Christ in me. So I'm playing the exact same notes and the exact same chords that I was playing before, whereas before I was pulsing the entire chord at once. In the third verse and chorus, I'm rocking it back and forth. All right, verse 4 and chorus 4, we're going to build it a little bit, make it a little bit louder, a little bit more dramatic. And so what we're going to do is play those pulsed chords in the right hand, but this time I'm going to play 2 octaves worth of bass notes in the left hand. Here we go. Here's verse 4. With every breath I long to follow Jesus, for he has said that he will bring me home. And day by day I know he will renew me until I stand with joy before the throne. Chorus 4. To this I hold, my hope is only Jesus. All the glory evermore to him. When the race is complete, still my lips shall repeat, yet not I, but through Christ in me. All right, and they go back, they repeat chorus 4, but just for time's sake, let's pretend like we just repeated chorus 4, and now we're going to go on to the tag. Here we go. When the race is complete, still my lips shall repeat, yet not I, but through Christ in me. This time he goes to the A minor, to the F. Yet not I, but through Christ in me. Same thing again. Yet not I, but through Christ in me. And I just go back to that same rocking motion. Now, I don't necessarily always play it this exact way every time I play it, but it's a good idea to have these different ways that you can play chords. Sometimes you can rock them back and forth. Sometimes you can just pulse them the entire chord at once. We call that a block chord. The idea is to get some of these tools in your toolbox so that you can use them to make a chorus or a verse more exciting, or if you want to make it a little bit more soft. So go to mccarthymusicschool.com/yetnoti to get a copy of this chord chart that I'm using, and you can use this for you, for your small group, your family, your church, and as you practice this song. And if you'd like to get better at playing chords, definitely check out my quick start chord guide. That's at mccarthymusicschool.com/guide. Otherwise, keep playing. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments section, and let me know if there's anything I can clarify for you, and I will see you next time.